Electricity crisis is getting worse. Rolling blackouts are expected to reach as high as stage 6 today. This means most of the country will be without electricity for at least 6 hours. From traffic lights not working to closed shops and food going bad in your fridge, it's all become, well, normal. Our reporter Linda Guhle is in Johannesburg and Nobesuthu Ejana is in Cape Town with reactions for us. But we'll start with Linda Guhle now in Johannesburg. Good morning, Linda Guhle. How is it where you are? Are they being shared? It actually looks like there's a bit of light, at least for now.
There's a bit of an event here that we have been told about. I mean, it is at the back of the rolling blackouts that are coming from the load shedding that we are experiencing. And I can tell you that when we were checking in terms of some of the businesses we would be able to interact with in terms of the effect that is felt by, this particular rolling blackouts, I can tell you that one of the things we were reliably informed about was this particular event that is taking place behind me. There's an opening of a business establishment. It is a shopping center, but the prospects of it is that it's part of the recovery process in the province and in the city of Johannesburg to say that they will be supporting businesses as well as companies that would be coming into this particular city to try and revamp in terms of the recovery of jobs that have been lost during COVID-19. But of course, at the back of this and at the back of everyone's minds is the fact that while the mayor for the city of Johannesburg will be here, we will be trying to interact with them about the effects of this particular, load shedding that is consistently, being faced by South African people. But more than anything, in terms of the businesses, just to get a sense really of what businesses are saying about this, what's the sentiment from businesses as well as companies that continue to try and, open up these businesses as well as to recover. And one of the things that we will be doing a bit later on is interacting with the mayor as well. Key to what we were trying to do in terms of finding the mayor for the city of Johannesburg is that we understand that they are in a communication with the city of Cape Town. They are trying to follow suit in terms of, employing or in terms of getting independent power producers and in terms of trying to go away from relying on Eskom as far as power is concerned because of the many issues that they've faced. So we understand that while the mayor will be here, we will have an opportunity to interact with them. But one of the things, Mfundo, I should note is that we've been interacting as well with some of the managers, some of, the people that have built this particular establishment. And they themselves, they're saying that they came into this understanding the issues of electricity and power supply in the country. And that is why they are going to also reveal how this particular establishment also is reliant on solar power instead of the grid from Eskom. So they are saying that partly about 80% of the power in this particular complex or shopping center is in fact from solar power. So those are some of the things that we understand that businesses are doing as well. But I can tell you that a lot of other businesses will be telling you about the ripple effect that comes from blackouts, that comes from load shedding. And we understand that, those are some of the programs we'll be doing. But more than anything, it's a matter of just interacting with the city of Johannesburg, trying to get a sense of that benchmarking effort to try and go to the city of Cape Town and understand how they can tap into IPPs instead of relying on Eskom.
All right, let's actually rope in Nobesuthu in Cape Town. Nobesuthu, how has the load shedding affected those in the city of Cape Town? Because they have, to a certain extent, or they have ensured that they rely very little on the current power grid.
Well, Mfundo, we do know that there are City of Cape Town customers who are supplied by the city, and there are also those who are supplied by Eskom, which is a fraction of about 10%. But we are currently in Langa, where we are going to speak to a resident who's also a member of the Neighborhood Watch, just to talk about the impact of load shedding, especially when they have to go around to patrol when there's low power. Linda, can you just tell us about the impact of load shedding in this area? As you are a member of the Neighborhood Watch, what are some of the challenges?
A very good morning to you, Cebu. Really appreciate it for your time. The thing is that we've been experiencing some challenges about this load shedding, mostly when we're doing our daily patrol. Some other members of communities, they have experienced the burglaries in their house during the load shedding hours, and also we're also experiencing the car hijackings in the area, and there's also some burglaries in other informal settlements around the area, and some other committee members, they complain about there are households, as things like fridges and TVs that have been damaged because of the load shedding.
Let's talk about you. You do mention or you do touch on some of the struggles that you have to go through with other members of the neighborhood patrol, but you as a resident, just tell us about yourself, about the impact that you are experiencing, because earlier on we're speaking to other members who were saying that the power goes out twice, because you do understand Langa is supplied by the city of Cape Town.
Yes, well, this really make a huge impact, more especially even at my home. We imagine we're waking up very early in the morning at around past 5 in the morning, so you cannot manage even to bath. You cannot even make yourself a breakfast, a coffee. So it's a huge challenge. Even those children who have to attend the holiday programs, they also struggling a lot. You see, that's a huge challenge. It's a big impact in our community, not only us, the whole country. And I would suggest that even government, if maybe they were to look at other ways of trying to make alternative power, we can even get to use things like the gas. If the government were to at least make some planning of the people to get to use the gas, because the gas is proven that it can be used as an alternative.
Thank you very much, Wamfundo. That was Mr. Linda Mzomba, who's just talking about some of the struggles as the member of the Langa Neighborhood Watch, and some of the struggles that he and other community members do experience due to the constant blackouts. But we do know that Langa is supplied by the city of Cape Town, so at the moment they are currently on stage 4.
No, he actually raises a very important point around criminality when we're having these several hours of being in the dark, that you've got criminals now that will jump on that opportunity. Certainly worth a broader conversation to find out from SAPS themselves what are their contingency measures to deal with a stage 6, or even one day if we ever perhaps got to stage 8 or 10, because clearly it seems like it's something that's here to stay. Nobesuthu will leave it there for now. Thank you very much. That's our reporter Nobesuthu Hejane in Cape Town, and thank you very much to our reporter Linda Ulu, who's monitoring the blackouts in Johannesburg for us. Now, still to come.